We'll crack on.
Yeah, boys.
Cool. Oh, hang on. We need our theme music.
Those sweet, sweet violins.
Did you have a beard last time, Paul?
Pardon?
Did you have a beard last time?
Time before last I did, not last time. I think I shaved it off just before Christmas. But yeah, I did have a beard at one point.
Yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen the moustache.
No, this
So,
hasn't
you're
come up
taking
for a
me.
while.
Yeah.
This was like
Just put it on around outside the schools.
Cineworld. This bad boy came out. Okay. So your tale began with the four of you travelling across the Swords Coast, each on their own path, some leaving home, others reunited on a search for vengeance. However, all your paths changed when fate drew you to the Oakwood camp just off the long road. This is where the four of you met and your adventure began. The mist was heavy on the night and the air was chill. Although you slept peacefully, when you awoke your surroundings were not the same. You began to explore this strange land, and upon finding a country manor and aiding the call of two young children who seemed in dire need, a tale of dark worship and sorrow was an unexpected twist, and your wits and skills were tested near to their limit. You fought evil and perhaps righted wrongs of the past, and you survived. You decided You decided to travel further on into this strange land, your next destination being the small village of Barovia. It was here you met Ismark and Irina, two grieving siblings who had lost their father, the Burgomaster. Struck by their loss and the seeming unjust harassment they were recipients of, you decided to help them, lay their father to rest, and assist Irina with her journey away from the village to safety. The burial was not a peaceful one. A hungry pack of wolves attacked before the ceremony could be finished. You showed your strength and fought back the pack, your party working well to protect each other. It was after this you discovered the church was not a fully holy place, but a prison for an inhuman creature, which used to be the priest's son. Justice was carried out, but the creature escaped, seemingly with the help of fellow creatures of the night. You upheld your promise to take Irina to safety and set out across the land of Barovia, heading for Vallaki. The land plagued you with haunting visions as you crossed, some of them seeing yourselves in these forms. But refuge was found for a short time at a Vistani camp by the river, where Madame Eva drew your cards, showing you items that would help you on your path. After a night of food and wine, you carried on your way. Your journey was broken up by a visit to a local windmill. Intrigued by its appearance, you ventured inside to find a pie shop belonging to the seller you had seen in the village. The taste turned sour when, after prying too far, you found the owners were to be demonic creatures with control of dark and powerful magic. Leaving barely with your life and an armful of pies, you really made it to the fortified town of Vallaki. You found rest at the Blue Water Inn and began to make acquaintances with the locals, including a local toy maker. You met the burgomaster of the town, a hard-faced leader who prided himself on law and order, and after leaving a small gift in his study, your rest was cut short when the guards were on your tail. However, with help from Erwin, he saved your skin, and you lived to fight another day. Irina had settled at the church and was happy and felt safe, but the priest Father Lucian had a concern that he shared with you. Your task was to find the bones, which you found in a nest of vampire spawn. Your struggle through the street ended at the church, where you met the one the people call the Dark Lord, Strahd. Talk was brief, when the priest's life was at stake, and actions seemed to speak louder than words. But your folly was just that, and the church was engulfed in flame, consuming the ashes of what was once the bones. So, that is the story so far. And we come back into play at the church. Yeah.
Are you out then? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think Callan gave you a little potion. So yeah, you've had this little ruckus. Bruce has been blasted out. The church is now on fire. Smoke is billowing through the streets, and you're just about to come to your senses.
Strahd seems
You're
nice.
welcome. We're just like ignoring the fact you're on fire.
Yeah,
Still.
your chest is
Yeah.
still smouldering.
Just stands up. Thanks, man. It's where you look fine on the front, but then as soon as you turn around, the entire back of you is on fire. Oh my. You must have really said something to piss him off. Are you okay? Because you just went through a wall.
Well,
A
considering
few
you just
missing
got
teeth, but
blasted
you're
through a
alright.
wall, yeah. All things
Your
considered.
mustache is kind of singed down a bit, but yeah, you're fine. I think there's so much goddamn lacquer in that thing.
As
It
you
was an
guys begin
accident waiting to happen.
as you guys begin to regain your senses, you hear a scream from a nearby street.
Oh,
You turn to
fucking
see Irina and the young church boy. Irina drops a pail of water upon seeing the church in flames and begins running towards the church. At first, she runs past you all, her face in shock, but as she reaches the door, the heat from the fire pushes her back, and she falls to her knees, sobbing. You hear between the tears, "Lucian, the church, how? Why?"
Bruce did it.
Oh, Strahd.
She turns as you say Strahd's name, and like your voice almost breaks through the tears, and all of a sudden she sees that you guys are around her, and Bruce, you're on the floor, injured, your chest smoldering. "Bruce! Oh God!" She runs to your side and begins to try and tend to your wounds and see what happened.
Tatiana.
Tatiana, yeah.
Oh no, he didn't.
When you say that name, she just looks at you weird. She doesn't. There's no comprehension on her face. Bruce, what happened here? Where's Father Lucian? Why? Why me? Why is it everywhere I go, people get hurt?
Maybe you should start telling us why. He seems to know you pretty well, Tatiana.
Why'd you keep saying this? I don't know what you mean. My name is Irina, I told you.
I love it. She just ignored the fact
nothing.
that I now have wings.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just overlooking that.
Cool.
she sort of.
We're trying to
No,
pretend they're
no.
not there, but you could get them in our
But
faces.
She hasn't like the
I'm
smoke.
stretching over
The
there.
smoke's quite thick. She hasn't noticed yet.
It's been a long night.
Bone wings out of my face.
Yeah.
That might be just like a name, you know, like a nickname he has for her or something.
I don't think she knows.
13. You get an idea that she's telling the truth. You can't be 100% certain, but there's no reason to doubt her in your mind. Cool. As you do that, she sees the magic like glowing from your hand that sort of absorbs into your body. The Morning Lord has blessed you as well, Bruce. So, as you're healing yourself, Blight, you guys, I guess, are just crowding around and getting warm by the fire of the church. 4 men suddenly come from the surrounding streets. They arrive at slightly staggered time, as if they're coming from different locations. The men are tall, and they all wear black and grey billowing capes, and you recognise one of them as Erwin. They immediately rush into the churchyard. Erwin in the lead. I'll put him in.
Landlord, right?
Yeah, that's the innkeeper. Oh, I need to get... Yeah. Hang on. Get old Irina on there as well. Okay, so Irina is tending to you. Yesker is waiting back when he comes in. So as he comes in, you can see they've got like a mission on their face. He shouts across to one of them, "Alec, see to him," and he points to Blight. And one of these guys come over to you. You see he's like, he's not old, he's middle-aged, but his hair is like starting to grey on one side, black and grey with grey flecks. He comes over and he immediately takes his large cloak off and puts it over your wings and sort of ties it shut so they cover him up a bit.
I'm just going to give him a thankful nod. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, the others sort of surround you, almost like they're quite nervous. They're looking over their shoulders quite a lot.
Nervous of us, or just in
No,
general?
not of you. They're just like observing their surroundings. Erwin comes up and he says to you as a party, he says, "Listen, the guards are coming this way. Just follow my lead and let me do the talking where possible. Give me a quick... Just tell me, what happened here?" I knew it. I knew the festivals would do nothing. Here's man. Too big for the desk. If you believed there were safe places in Barovia, Bruce, you were mistaken. Listen, they're coming this way. And at that, from the street where you guys came from like the market area, you see Isaac.
Oh boy.
Behind him are about 3 or 4 of the town guard.
Old steroid arm.
They're the ones that you saw going past. They look battered. Some of them have got scratches across their chest. Their armor's blackened and a bit damaged. You notice as well.
To sort of duck out of this. I don't want to be here when Johnny Biceps turns up.
Not really. The way it is, you've got the church behind you, and they're sort of coming from the main street.
From where these guys came from. I was just gonna jump into a bush. Yoink!
When you try and move out the way, the people who came with Erwin, they just go, "It'll be all right. Just stay stand."
Fucking touch me! I'm still trying to move away from the fire, and they're just like, no.
Don't tell me to calm down.
The fire's 5 feet away. You're all right.
Yeah, there's a church on fire. Like, there's no way we can, like, we're not gonna be able to fucking bluff our way out of this one. Didn't do it.
Isaac and the guards come, and they begin to form a line at the entrance, sort of around here. Then you see, from another side street, the Burgomaster. He's got 2 of the more well-dressed guards with him. Let's put these on the map. He's wearing makeshift armor, but nothing that would really protect him.
Shit.
As soon as he enters, Isaac steps to the side, and the guards sort of form a ring around his back. And he immediately looks at you and says, "What's happened here? What's going on? I need answers. Do not use his name."
Yeah, Bruce.
His face is tense. You can see there's sweat like pouring off his brow, not just from the heat of the fire. He's almost shaking with anger, and what you can sense is also a mix of fear. Erwin steps forward. "Welcome, your greatness. There has been an incident, but these men are not to blame." "What do you mean they're not to blame? They came into my home and defaced my property.
That was a gift, I'd have shouted.
How do you know that was us?
Yeah, prove it.
I don't need to prove it. I know. You're the only ones in there. I'm not
Shit.
stupid.
I was
Guards,
thinking out loud.
seize them. At that, the guards start to move forward, but Erwin steps up, and his people almost make a block in front of you and them. It says, listen, these people have made Strahd leave. You saw the creatures leave as well, didn't you? And at that, you see some of the guards' faces, they start to turn to each other. These people rid him of Vallaki. They sent him on his way. They should be rewarded. You can see confusion coming over the Burgomaster's face, and Isaac sort of looking to him as his second in command. The guards start to chatter between themselves, and you can overhear him because they're not too far away. Him, well, they did just up and leave. They had the upper hand, and then they just ran. And you get the sense that as soon as Strahd left, the battle changed, and what was a losing battle for them, all of a sudden, the spawn just like left and stopped fighting. Also, while you're having this conversation, and the Burgomaster and Erwin are sort of squaring off, a crowd starts to gather. You see a series of commoners coming out of their homes, seeing the church in flames. A few people begin to grab buckets of water and try to douse the sides. You see another face in the crowd that you haven't seen before. So you see a tall, elegant lady in a long, dark red gown. She has a gold metal collar that wraps around her neck like a necklace of armor. Her grey hair is tied back and shows her hard face and tight pursed mouth. She looks down her nose at the common people around her and almost pushes them out the way as she walks through, with these two strong-looking men walking either side of her. Both have a resemblance to her harsh features, and they both wear dark red robes similar to her, with open at the chest showing leather armor underneath. She doesn't say anything. She just stands on the edge of the crowd and looks at the scene. The Burgomaster is going back and forth. You can see his mind's wearing. He doesn't really know what to do. He's still toying between having you arrested or getting you to host a festival. Do you say I'll do anything? And how did you do that?
Got our asses kicked, that's how.
I'd say we scared him off. It was still a giant baby.
Yeah. Why did he come? You hear him talking under his breath. He's muttering to himself. Why? We're doing everything so right. We had it under control. And Owen pipes up again. Your rightfulness. There is another problem. And at that his head snaps to him. What sort of problem? What could be worse than this? The inn is out of wine. We sold our last cup this morning. And our supply is already 4 or 5 days late. I believe these people would be able to help with that.
I believe we have no choice.
The Burgomaster is... You can see as soon as he says there's no wine, the Burgomaster's face drains in colour. Any anger that was in him is now gone. It seems that this wine is important to the town, important to the people of Vallaki. At that, you hear some chatters in the crowd of the commoners who gathered. They whisper to each other, the wine's gone. There's no wine in the inn. You see people shocked and upset.
Wow.
Very well. Very well, listen. This is my idea, okay? Now step back. And he pushes you back a bit. He turns to the crowd and says, People of Valaki, this has happened because we have not tried hard enough. The festival... The guards are still looking at you.
I thought you were gonna start like sign language in it, like that guy.
Yeah. He says, We've not tried hard enough. The festivals must be increased 2 a week. The rules must be followed, and all will be well. These gentlemen here, and he turns and points to you, these have ridden Strahd from this land. These are the heroes of the day, and they have offered to go and fetch extra wine for the festival. You see the lady over here, Fiona. She sort of looks down her nose, and there's almost a grim smirk on her face that the Burgomaster is just bullshitting his way through everything again. The crowd slowly begin to talk amongst themselves, and one of them begins a slow clap, which then carries around the crowd, and all of a sudden there's cheers from the crowd. The heroes have come.
I start
Extra
clapping as well.
wine." Yeah, you can start clapping.
Okay.
The Burgomaster steps forward and addresses you all. You have 4 days. And at that he turns,
Do it in 3.
sweeps his cope around. Guards on me. And the guards exit the church with the Burgomaster. You see Isaac take an odd, elongated stare at Irina before he leaves. But currently, she doesn't look like Irina. Her hair's dyed. She's in common clothes. But he almost gets the hint that this is
He's
the
just eyeing
person.
her up for another
he's
doll.
That he may have sinned before. So the guards leave, and slowly the crowd begin to dwindle away, including the lady and the two guys.
She was the source of the doll, right? Like he had a doll made of her, right? Before,
Yeah, of
Yeah.
Irina, yeah.
and she's now
Oh,
just
yeah.
changed her look.
Yeah, so when she arrived in Valaki, and when you went to re-see her at the church, she'd changed her hair color, dressed in a more common clothes than her full like armor that she had in thingy. So she dressed more like the people of the town,
Right.
because I think that would be where she was like finding her place. So the fire slowly begins to dwindle as commoners begin to chain buckets from the local well and put them onto the blaze. What remains of the church is very little. The wood is burnt down to a few beams. The stone floor is covered in ash and broken wood.
Well,
What
only
was
one
one-
guy went to get a bucket, so I'm not surprised.
There's a few now. So
Oh, right. Well, even then, it's a big church.
Fetch the town bucket.
Get me my bucket.
the fires managed to rip through it quite quick. With
Some
the
guy comes with a
ferocity.
cup. Sorry, go on.
So the air turns quiet, and not that quiet. And Owen turns to you and says, "We should return to the inn. We can prepare there and make a plan."
He's gonna charge us, isn't he? He's a
So-
businessman.
You guys set off. I think it was in the morning to go to the. Wait, you went out in the morning. You went to the toy shop. Then you went to the coffin shop. And it was all
Oh,
in
that
a
all
few
been
hours. So
today?
it's probably just after lunch, just after midday.
Wow.
Yeah. So the plan. Yeah. Just before you leave, you see Irina go over to Yeska. Yeska, we're going to the inn. I need you to get the bag. remember what we spoke about? And that, like, you see the small boy run around the side of the burning church, and he heads to the small crypt on the side, where you, Bruce, had that conversation with the father before. He comes out with a large pack. It's almost as big as him, but he manages to carry it over his shoulder, and he brings it to Irina, who then takes it herself. It seems they've got like a kit bag, an exit bag, that sort of thing, the equivalent at the time. And then as a group, with Owen at the lead and his friends surrounding you, keeping an eye out for anything that might happen, you head back to the inn. So you wanted to talk to Erwin. Mm-hmm. I'd have to speak with some people. It's not one I've heard recently. Maybe in the past, but I'm not sure. We'll make note, and I'll pass word around. We'll see what we can find out. Who do you think it is he's come for? Hmm. Strahd is a strange being, but what I do know is anything he wants he shouldn't get, because it never ends well. I'll come. Back to the inn. We'll discuss more there. So, you walk through the streets of the village. Yeah.
Assume that was that lady that lives on in the big house.
Yeah. You
on the
didn't
hill.
she didn't really make any conversation or communicate, so you don't really know who it is, and it's not someone you've seen before.
Just came to do a bit of rubbernecking.
Yeah. I think what you know from, I think it was from the two Martikov children again speak to you, and they said that there's like a rivalry between the Burgomaster and the Wachter family. I think they just, I don't think they said much more about it than that. No. Not from what you know. Cool. So you're all on the inn. Put this on for now. Bit of chill. So Owen and his friends lead you back to the inn. Again, when you come up, you see the wooden building with the stairs on the outside leading up to the bedchambers. You see the well, the infamous well, with a small child drinking out of it. But you see ravens perched on the roof, and also one perched at the well. Owen leads you inside, and the others follow. And as you all enter...
Oh yeah.
Octavio.
Yes, I forgot about him.
As you all enter, the final guy who comes in, he bolts the door behind and pulls down a large wooden bar, which seems to secure it shut.
Yeah.
Rick Tavio, seeing you all come in. Owen, good fellow. How is the day? Owen almost just looks at him like, have you not got a fucking clue what's going on? He says, it's not a good day, Rick Tavio. Oh,
I roll my eyes at this guy.
at
This guy really
just the
pushes
guy.
my buttons. Yeah.
I go
I don't like his name. I don't like his face.
I go give him a hug.
Ah, giant fellow, it's grand to see you.
Friend.
Anyway, Looks like you're in for some harsh talking and business, so I'm retiring to my room. If you need me, I shall be upstairs. And he almost like
Bye.
dances around you as
I
he heads
like
See ya.
upstairs to his room. You see him because
I don't want to try and trip him up, but it was tempting.
so you do see because the walkway runs like over the top of the bar, like you found on the other side. You see him walk to the end of that and go into a room at the end. So that's his room in the inn. Well, luckily we're not out of wine. I only said that for effect. We've got a
You
few.
lied.
It certainly
You're
had an
about-
effect.
Yeah. Then we found the wine, boys. Mission
We've
over.
got about a quarter of a cask. Not a lot, but enough for tonight. Come, let's drink and let's discuss.
I definitely need a drink.
You all pull up a pew at the table. In fact, he pushes a couple of tables together. It's his bar.
Because he's the owner, he can do that. Yeah.
Does what he
Yeah.
wants. Danica, go on. Okay.
I love
Yeah.
that no one mentioned it.
Has he still got the guy's cloak over his wings?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the moment.
Does it look like he's got a massive back?
Huge back as if I'm wearing a crazy rucksack. It's me, but let's talk later because I feel like shit, my friend. It's been quite a day. Yeah.
Like you did die.
I think
It's
I did.
alright.
Wings? No. No. I'm clearly like irritated and don't really want to talk about it just yet because I'm still figuring out what the hell just happened. But all you need to know right now is, yeah, it's me.
That's reassuring.
Yeah, you can.
It's me. It's Blighty.
It's a me, Blight.
It's
20.
always been
Blight,
me.
you telling the truth?
Yes.
It was 21 you needed.
Definitely still me.
Yeah.
So
Definitely still me.
Owen pushes the tables together and begins to sit down. One of the guys stays at the door. The other one who put the cape on you, Blight, he does come around now and he takes his cape off. And he sits.
Oh.
He's the one sitting opposite.
Okay.
And you see him. He puts his cape back on him, but he does just sit and he's almost keeping an eye on you just to make sure everything's, you know.
It was out of sight, out of mind for a bit there, Blight, but now that I can see him again,
Everyone's
Disgusting.
I'm
freaked out.
concerned. I'm a little bit concerned. Yeah. I'm looking at your face. I'm looking at your face and then looking at Blight and being like, people don't just sprout skeleton wings.
I'm,
People don't come back from the dead.
I'm sensing all this and I'm like, okay, everyone, let's talk about it. I
People
died,
don't just
and
come
yes,
back from
I've
the
got
dead,
fucking wings now, okay?
and there's nothing wrong with them.
I saw a temple, and I received the dark gift of Tarchimedes, otherwise known as Grave Worm.
Yeah. Wow.
I was told it was. I'm not sure,
It
brother.
didn't happen to be any kind of like take this gift and then like there's a certain thing's gonna happen.
No, I was just given it and lots of pain. I was told that it's too soon to die.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Who said it was too soon to die?
I'm not.
As
I
you're
just-
discussing this at the table and Erwin's sort of getting the drinks and some food together, he does come behind you, Blight, and he says, I do not think this was the Lord of Light, but gifts can sometimes come in odd ways. And you will live with this. And then he
The
goes
hell's
out.
that wine?
He puts a glass in front of you as he says that. Drink. You need it.
Yeah.
And he brings wine to the table. There's a few jugs, glasses for you all. And Danica, his wife, brings across some platters. There's chopped wolf steak, bits of bread, that sort of thing. Eat. We need to recover. And then we will talk. And he sits with you and he begins tucking into his food, as do the men around. Irina and Jeska are also in here because they came back with you.
I'm gonna eat the food, but I won't drink the wine
Okay.
Oh no,
because of the sight of them bloody wings.
So after around 15-20 minutes of just eating, recovering, it's almost pure silence. No one's really talking. Owen looks up. He says, you asked why the wine was important to us, Bruce. As you've probably seen on your travels, Barovia is not a happy place.
You think?
In fact, it's anything but happy. This wine that my family make is the lifeblood of Barovia. It is the only thing that gives people joy. It is all we have left. And if it's... Wouldn't you be? Aren't you? How long have you been here now? What is it, a week, a month? Soon the time will fade and all there is to drink.
I make a comment about you weak-minded people and your addictions, and then I eat a piece of pie.
Okay, cool. Legend. Irina looks across at you almost in disgust as you eat the pie. And she goes back to sipping her wine at the end of the table. So, will you help? Will you go to the winery? As I said, you seem good people, even this one. And he points to the one with the massive demonic wings.
Good for yourself.
You was a good man.
My life as a thief and the wings make me bad, sure.
Blight was a good man. Whoever this is, we'll see.
There's one more thing. And at this point he leans in, because Irina's at the other end of the table. He tries to whisper and he says, if you think that Strahd is after her, then you need to keep her safe. She will not be safe anywhere else apart from with you. This village offers no protection. We can protect people, but we've got our own to protect first.
I lean into the barkeep and I say, and what if she were dead? How would that kind of fare things? You know, would we be better
Do we
off?
not kill her?
Oh.
That may be what he wants. We do not know. Till we find out his intentions. And at this point, Irina steps up and she stands and she says, I've had it. This isn't on. I know he's after me. This is clear. Anywhere I go, a trail of destruction follows me. I've lost my father. I've lost a priest. Innocent people have been killed. I'm not doing it anymore. And at that, she tips the bag out onto the table. And her full armor is there, so she's got the full breastplate. You also see some new things. You see a mace, which is like a solid, like silvery metal mace with like almost a jewel encrusted handle. It looks really like quite nice. and you see a small dagger of a similar quality. I will stand up for myself, and I will have my revenge. The priest has taught me lots in such a short time. I must avenge his death. Like you, Bruce, the Morning Lord runs through my veins, and I will have my vengeance, with your help or not.
Well, I'm in. Things can't get any worse.
Solidus? Callan?
Let's start a slow clap.
You are? Yeah.
Let's start a slow
You can
clap.
start a slow clap. And at that, she sits.
Yeah, that's like, well done. Yeah, that was a good
At that,
speech.
she sits and
I'm
just
in.
picks up a wine and downs it and then pours another.
I'll slide mine across the table. She can have mine. There you go.
So,
Knock yourself out, love.
you now have Irina as an ally.
I'd
I
probably agree with you on that
think you're
one.
right, Skip. I think you're right.
Unfortunately.
I think we need a plan for that, though. Other than blowing up in churches.
Well, I
Yeah.
Dying.
We can't blow
Like
up
I
any
did.
more churches.
or
We
can
make
we?
a pact.
What if we blow
Owen
up all the
speaks up while you're
churches?
talking. While you're away at the winery, I'll have some people do some talking and I'll see what I can find out. If there's anything that can help you on your journey. Strahd gone from this land is something that we want as well. It's good for everyone. And at that he stands and he puts his hand forward to yours. To yours, Callan, actually. Do we stand united?
What's he doing?
He's holding his hand towards you as like a handshake.
Yeah.
Do you shake his hand?
I don't shake his hand, but I say yeah.
I said, yeah.
I put my cup because no one's taking my wine glass off me. I'll raise my wine glass up and put it in his hand and say, "Yeah,
He looks up like weirdly at it, but
I'm an elf.
cheerses it and puts it on the side.
That's what we do."
Okay. Is there anything
Just out
you
of
need?
curiosity, I'm going to ask the guy with the grey beard, Owen.
Yeah.
Why has nobody ever tried to kill him before? Like, you can see his castle. Why doesn't everyone in the town just walk up there and kill him?
That is not the issue, Callan. Many have tried, and all have failed.
Right.
Yeah.
I give Bruce a look there.
Erwin.
You just said, yeah, we might need to fight.
Owen.
All right.
Do you think we have a chance?
Yes, in my
Does he
heart,
choke on his
yes.
wine.
In my brain, I do not know, but all I know is I will give you all the help I can.
Well, that's reassuring.
That's a spirit, my boy. Here's to defeating Strahd.
I'll drink to that.
Danica, bring the
Sweetie
last of
pie.
the wine. And you see her, she's draining, literally, the keg is just dripping like into the thing. She brings over maybe 2-3 more jugs.
Hey Owen, do you have anything a guy could cover his wings up with?
I'll send someone
Yeah,
out.
a lot.
I
Or a
will have it
saw.
by morning.
I'm just like, I died.
Yeah.
Dad, man.
You may want to lay low for a while.
You've been knocking, but you can't come in.
Like killed a guy.
So it's
I just do a
about
little
two,
Mexican wave with my wings.
it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 2:30.
I'm a pissed. Yeah.
Is there anything you want to do? Owen suggests that you leave the next morning. Wouldn't be wise to travel overnight.
No.
No.
Nope. I don't. Oh, you mean this one? Okay.
Gents, I have one request. I need to stop by the church tomorrow morning on the way out of town.
Oh yeah. What fun? Huh? Huh? How come? Huh?
Just, you know.
Just stuff, man. Things.
Yeah, winged guy things.
Yeah, wing guy things. Got it.
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll get it in time. Yeah, you can take the anything to shut you up. Yeah, there you go.
Nothing happens now. What, Callan, did you relock it or is it open?
I don't remember relocking it.
It popped open after you got it. So if you haven't
Yeah.
relocked it, then the shackle's just loose.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does it take time or is it... Okay. So you spend a minute just observing it and looking it over. And there is magic. It is a magic item. But you're not sure what magic it is. But you understand that from what you've seen when Callum picked it up and what you've learnt from studying it, that it's just a padlock that opens with blood instead of a key. Yeah, just your normal padlock that opens with blood instead of a key.
Standard being cute.
Yeah.
That could come in useful. Thank you. Much appreciated.
The meatloaf.
Yes. Of course. Danica. He waves over his wife and she heads into the kitchen and brings out a jug of water. While you're eating and talking and doing this sort of thing, you see Jesker, the small church boy, who he's almost been in shock. He's been very quiet, hardly eating, hardly drinking. Danica, Owen's wife, goes over to him and puts her hands on his shoulders, and she talks to Irina for a short period of time. And then they seem to make an understanding, and you see her lead him into the kitchen. She comes out with a pie. You see her lead him into the kitchen, and as the kitchen door opens, you see through it the two Martikov boys, and they greet Jesker. And you seem to get the understanding that he will now stay with them, be part of the family. Yeah, he's just seen his whole world burn down, and his father figure dead.
A long day. It's only 2 o'clock.
Be about a day and a half's travel on foot. Listen, if you're not back in 4, then I'll deal with the Burgomaster. He likes to talk big, but if you're not back, you're not back. What can he do? When you come back with wine, then he'll be happy either way. Not a lot. As I said, the delivery was supposed to come 4 or 5 days ago now, and we've had nothing. Never. My family run a tight business. As I said, wine is important, so deliveries must be made on time. Weapons. Your wits. Stay together.
Huge.
Keep the higher ground.
Do you have any tips on how one might harm Strahd? Because everything we did seemed ineffective.
I know very little. As I say, most people who have gone to try and tackle him have never returned.
Any weaknesses?
I heard of one person. A Vistani girl. I believe her name was something like a ruby or emerald.
Okay.
I forget, but apparently one has come back,
Hey.
but I don't know where they are now.
We'll ask around.
We should have asked more questions at that Vistani camp.
I mean, no, those bloody travellers didn't know anything. Hmm. Shit, that could be it. Did she say where we'd find her? Oh, that's great. Oh, where's that?
Yes, it's in Koresk, in the west. It's essentially the farthest west you can get in Barovia. You'd have to go past where you want to be for the winery. If you get your map, I'll show you. Okay. So when he gets the map out,
Oh my god.
he
Bruce cannot take his booze.
so if you go to the far west where your marker is on the W, he points out just above it. It says it on the map, to be fair.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's near the bloody tower on a lake, which we also have to visit.
Yeah, we're going to be passing that potentially.
No, he points on the map. The road to the winery will take you south at the crossroads, second set of crossroads.
Little fork.
Listen, I can buy you a day or so, but not longer than that. Okay. Ugh. Get up. Oh, my bad. Here you go. Yeah. That's Koresk, yeah. Yeah.
I think this is a point of interest on the way.
Yeah, the southern trail is better. It's a proper road. The northern one There's a bigger chance of getting lost in the woods. Do what you want. If you want to go to the tower on the way, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, we think so. Yeah.
Just before you decide, he says, "Listen, let me know if you need any supplies. I'm gonna spend some time with my family. It's best that you just possibly use our room tonight." And he shows you the way, you know, where you went before, up through the stairs, into the double room, then up into the loft. He's because the other one's accessed from outside, basically. And you see, as you look around, the windows are now barred shut, the doors are barred shut. This place is built to be locked down, basically. You'll have to sleep on the floor, but I'll put out some bedrolls. My wife and I will sleep in the kitchen.
And I normally sleep on my back. This ain't gonna go well tonight.
Anyway, if you need me, just call. I'll leave one of my men with you. Alec. And you see the other two, they sort of... One of them heads out. One stays by the door, and the other one leaves with Erwin and his wife. So it's now you and Irina. So, yes. Oh, the guy with the arm. Yeah. I saw that guy. No, he doesn't look like a guy I'd like to meet, though.
Everyone seems to fucking know her. I don't think so.
I don't think you've shown it to her yet. Because
Callan went back in and bought it, didn't he? Picked it
Callum
up as...
bought it, and then when you got woken up in the middle of the night and you were hiding, Callan then came down, showed the doll to Isaac, who snatched it off him, then arrested him. Then he killed the guard, threw the guard down the well, and got away.
Needless to say, he took it the wrong way.
So I don't think you have the doll anymore.
No. We only have a memory of a doll.
And Blight's art skills.
You're drunk.
You're a bum!
Stay away from my wife.
Okay, so there's nothing else you want to do in the afternoon?
How is the church far away?
No, it's not. I'll put you on the Valaki map so you get an idea.
Are we going to be passing on the way out of town?
You will pass it on the way out of town, yeah, because
Okay.
you guys are, I think, around here, if I'm right, somewhere around there, and you'll pass the church here
Okay, got
on
you.
the way out
Fine.
the far gate.
Oh, it's been a long ass day. So a lot happened, so I'm up for resting.
Let me put you on the thing. You can call him back. He's in the kitchen currently. You hear the kitchen door open. Yes.
Meatloaf.
No, the horses are at the winery. They tend to pull the cart there and back. So you'll be able to travel back on horse. but not there. Is there anything else you need? Thank you. I'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Love you. Bye.
It's like 3 p.m. as well.
So,
I'll go to bed as well.
I'm ready to rest. You know, I need to get my
8 hours in.
get my notes. Oh yeah, bright and
Yeah.
early. So we don't want to be
I'll go
out.
to my room, meditate for 4 hours, and then come back and sit exactly where I am now.
Okay.
I'm ready.
So you all enter the small double bedroom, including Irina.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Hello. Did I say 4 hours?
Six. Who takes up space in the corner.
She can have my bed.
We'll set off in the morning then. Good night to you all.
Good
I
night.
want her to get a bad back. She can sleep in my bed.
Good night.
Who's sleeping in the main bed? Are you letting Irina sleep in the main bed? Or...
Yeah, I'll let her sleep in the main bed because I just literally just sit down
I
across
mean,
the
there
bed
is
for 4 hours.
everyone else. This is everyone's room, so.
I don't care. I'm like, I'm fluffing the pillows for her. Can you get pop it?
Thank you, Callan.
You're welcome. Love you, bye.
Thanks, brother. I don't think you understand, but I know you're here for me. So thank you, and I'm here for you. I
And
love spending
pumping
time
each
with
other's
you too.
assholes.
Wings.
Okay, so you turn into rest for the night. Solidus, you find a space on the floor, lay it on your head, and instantly, as soon as your eyes close, you drift away to your peaceful dream, where it's whatever you want it to be. And you're asleep. Solid 8 hours, can't be stirred. Callan, you meditate for 4 hours near the fire. Then it's up to you. You can either rest in the below, or you can stay in the room.
I don't want to be creepy and just like stare at her all night, so I'll leave the room and
Okay.
sit in the main room.
So you sit down in the main sort of bar tavern area, and you see that the guard is still at the door. He's nodding off a little bit, but he's still there if anyone comes to it. He gives you a nod as you come down. You sit and
Really?
just play some solitaire or something.
Knifey spoony.
Yeah, so you played Knifey Spoony before. The night draws on.
Oh yeah, what are the rules there?
So you basically do the spell again,
Alright, okay.
and then you get him back.
Alright.
Incense, charcoal, and herbs. So you guys have control of Irina now. And I did speak to Kurt prior, and he said he'd be happy to run an ally. So if you just look in your journal bit, she'll be in all your journals. You should have a character token. If you double click her, then it will come up, and you'll have a bio, which should be blank, and character sheet on there.
Okay.
So that's She's basically similar to you, Kurt. In the sense she's like a cleric. She's got some magic. Yeah. Decent armor, okay hit points. All the stuff's on there. So when you can play her in battle and choose what to do over yourselves now, and I'll add dialogue where necessary. But she's got some good spells, which might come in handy. Yeah, just scroll down. If you want to know the info on them as well, just press the info next to it. And if you click them, I think it rolls them in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, so if you go to the chat bit, it'll come up there, or you can just press the little eye next to them. So she's got Light, Mend, and Sacred Flame as cantrips. 4, 1 level, 3, 2 level, and 2, 3 level. So she's there. Yeah, she's alright. Now she's got a mace in her armor and stuff like that. Okay, so the night passes uneventful. After 8 hours solidish, you wake, and
Wee.
you're again overwhelmed with a sense of sadness and despair, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution saving throw. 9.
9. Okay. How much pie have you got left?
I've got 1 pie remaining.
You hungrily just pull the pie out your bag and almost tear into half of it at once. So you've got half a pie left, and as soon as the pie hits your lips and you swallow it, you get that warm feeling like you just swallowed a nice whiskey, and the feeling of sadness and despair evaporates.
Oh, thank God.
Just bear with me while I edit my sheet.
What sheet?
Just your pie eating sheet.
My pie sheet. My pie chart.
Your pie chart. Okay. So you guys come into the bar area. Yeah, Irina waits for you to leave. And then about 5-10 minutes later, she comes down. Now she's fully dressed again. Her hair, the dye's starting to wear off because it's just a natural dye of like sort of coloured pigments and stuff. The red's starting to come through again. And she's got her full breastplate on, her full armor, and she looks ready to fight. You're greeted by Erwin as you come down, and he pours you all a water and offers around milk since the wine is gone. Good morning. I trust you slept well.
Baby.
Hopefully we'll be having a few more of them when you come back with the wine. And my offer still stands, by the way. If you do this for me, then free lodging and drink for you all. It's the least I can do.
Oh yeah, that's how we got.
The
Forgot about that.
the charcoal and the herbs, was it? Oh, I don't think he used incense last time.
It's from
Listen.
Madam Eva.
How much incense do you need?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll see what I can do. Leave it with me for now. Here, eat. And they bring out some more breads and your basic morning consumption. Bit of goat's milk here and there. Yeah, so you guys are all HP'd up.
I'm just gonna nip to the loo, guys.
Yeah, cool.
Your
Good.
HP.
Rub it in.
I've got 50 HP.
Your constitution's a bit low, though, isn't it? If you can't handle 2 beers. What's your constitution? 1.
Oh, no.
50 HP.
Yeah, 55.
You're going in first.
What's yours, Callan?
Mine's 44.
That's not
But-
bad for a ranger as well.
For a ranger.
They don't call them Power Rangers.
I am an elf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although my hit dice is now +9, which is pretty good.
That's cool.
Damn.
Accuracy. Oh, I meant
For your
when you
weapon.
roll to hit. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's on his dexterity, isn't it? Because he's an archer. And his dex plus his proficiency. Plus, I think he might get something from being a ranger as well.
Yohoy.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I get something for being an elf.
Yeah,
It goes into dex, and then especially a wood elf.
I'm sure. I'm
Ranger,
sure Wood
maybe,
Elf
I don't
gets
know.
something like +2 to archery or something. Can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I just clicked it by accident and got a natural 20.
Well, that's that
Mum.
gone.
It's your fault. 29. Save that.
Yeah, bank it.
Yeah, bank that. Let's crack that out. Yeah, it's +9, but like with a weapon, it's shit.
You can't hit with a sword.
Yeah,
It's like, eh.
yeah. No, short sword, I'm all right, but it's just
Anything heavy.
anything else. I think it has to be a certain weapon. I think I'm.
Is it simple weapons?
Yeah, the weapons, some shit like a stick, which you think you'd be good at. +4. I'm crap at that. I have a quarterstaff. I don't know where I've been hiding that.
It's on your back, surely.
Yeah. You'd see it, wouldn't you?
So, you guys spend a bit of time preparing, sharpening your blades, cleaning your armor, eating the morning food. After about 30 to 40 minutes, Owen comes back. Still enters from the kitchen. You presume there's some sort of back door or something. But he does carry incense, charcoal, and herbs. And as he hands them to you, Blight, he says, I also have this. And what he pulls out is quite odd. It looks like a backpack, but instead of being open to put stuff in, it's cut with like a fine stitch on the inside, so you can pull it open and put it over your wings, and it'll look like you've just got a backpack on. He
Thank you,
says,
Owen.
this is something that Danica knocked up last night, so this should help with, those.
Disability. Please pass on my thanks.
I will do. One of them pictures for her would be grand.
What does she like? What would you like to see?
Well, she is a fan of ravens as well, but how about a nice landscape?
Oh, I can do that for you. I know he's completely bullshitting me.
Perfect.
I just give him a wink.
When you're ready, got his name on the door. Nikolai will let you out, and in the morning, Lord, watch over you. Thank you. When he leaves you to finish your breakfast and your final preparations. What do you want to do about your familiar Blight?
Oh, yeah, I'll make him. Might just make.
There's a fireplace in their bedroom, which would
Yeah.
have like a pot on.
I'll do that. I'm gonna make bone claw 2.
Okay.
Long claw.
So
gonna
you
be my winged
go
buddy.
back up to the bedroom upstairs, get your ingredients together in a small copper pot. Say your words over him, and again with a puff of smoke. How do you want him to come back?
Sorry.
Do you want him as the raven? As the
Moon walks in.
hawk, wasn't he?
Hawk. Yeah.
So in the smoke,
We
you
can
see
burst in through a window.
Bone Claw, and he comes back exactly the same as he was before. His small, bony claw on one leg, unharmed from what you'd
Guess
seen
who's
before.
back? Back again.
And I just say,
Don't
Jesus
call it a
Christ!
comeback.
It's like,
Bone Claw's back. Tell your friend.
I've never seen Bone Claw before. I'm like, fuck me sideways.
Kill it.
Have you not?
Smash.
I've never seen Bone Claw. He came out and died before I got outside.
He did die quite quickly as well.
When he was made, I was asleep. So
Yeah, that's true.
I've never seen him. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'll back in my chair a bit.
Yeah, we have to hold his halberd
Yeah.
from coming down on
We,
it.
when you do make him, because you haven't put your back on yet, he does sort of look at you a bit odd with your wings at first, but then he bows his head and hops up onto him and begins to like pick at your feathers as if pruning you.
Is he grooming me? Oh. I give him a little bit of food from the table.
Yeah. Okay. The party is ready to venture forth. So,
What's Erwin's wife called?
Danica.
I'm gonna assign this to Danica. I'm gonna go over to Erwin and show him it. It's why I hope Barovia will one day be.
That's so nice. That's awesome. He takes it from you and says, "Thank you, Blight. She'll be very pleased with this."
I'm sure.
Takes it
Did
back. And,
Did Irina sleep alright?
yeah, from what you can see, you slept fine.
I'm right.
Motherfucker. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, you exit into the town. There's still the smell of burning on the air. Not as much smoke cutting through the fog, but
Does it
you got
smell
that
like dead
scent
priest?
of, yeah, burnt wood.
Hmm.
As you travel down the
Because
street.
nobody cared. Everyone was like, "Oh, the church is on fire," but nobody cared that the priest was in there.
Well, you'll
Well.
see. As you
Oh,
travel down the
okay.
street, you don't see many people around until you get to the small church. It's still early morning, possibly about 8, 9 o'clock. And you hear some, as you get closer, you hear the toll of like what would be a bell. And as you do circle around the church, you see a congregation of people. There's probably about 20 to 30 people. It's the most people you've seen in one place in Vallaki. And they're all stood in a circle around the church. One of them's tolling what looks to be a bronze bell. And they're all humming in low voices, and they seem to be praying and commiserating the loss of their priest and their church.
Spoke too soon.
I need to step into the graveyard.
Okay. You doing it
Say,
stealthily,
guys.
or are you doing it?
And I'm just gonna turn around and say, guys, I need to do something here. And yes, it's about the wings.
When
Okay.
he says this, I am now
I'd
going
ru-
to
I'd-
watch him intently.
Okay.
Fine.
Arena does the same, and as you do, her hand comes out and holds yours. And you bow your heads
Dislike.
and say a prayer to the Morning Lord. Sick. She's grieving, man.
the Jedi.
Is there anywhere in the church? Is there anywhere I can go where the villagers won't see in terms of the graveyard, like a grave?
Let me just have a look.
Odd question.
Uh,
I didn't want to tell you. I just want to show you what I'm about to do.
That's fine. I'm just following you. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
Holy
you
shit,
can-
this is really fun.
just having a look at it, you can, with your stealth ability anyway, you can cut through the bushes and get to one of the graves on the edge. Most of the graves, however, they are grown over, they're not fresh.
Shit. Okay.
Not a problem.
I haven't got anything to. I need to dig, basically.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm just gonna start going at it with my dagger and start loosening the dirt until I start to get to kind of grave itself.
Not gonna
Okay,
help.
make a.
Just gonna watch.
Yeah, you
trying
can
to
see
get Bruce's
from,
attention.
from where you're stood on the road. You can sort of see him. He's almost like by a bush just over this grave, and you see him huddled over. You can't really see what he's doing.
Show
Um,
up, Bruce. Did your brother always dig up dead bodies? Or
People
is this
in
a
the
new
church
thing?
are still just chanting, and they're quite focused. Make a nature check, Blight.
Yeah. Yeah. 21.
21. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So with relative ease, you manage to cut away the topsoil with your dagger and roll it back slightly, and then you begin to scoop up the dirt that's underneath. How much do you want to take?
Got a backpack. I'm gonna take maybe £3 if I can. Quite a bit.
Okay, so you scoop up, you take out a small pouch from inside your backpack. You don't just chuck it in with all your stuff. You scoop up 3 pounds of dirt into your pouch, and you put it into your pack. Because also you would need to do it today as well. So
All right, fine. I've got my three in my bag, but I'm also
Yep.
gonna take another handful and just fucking eat it.
yeah, legend.
Oh.
I'm gonna eat a pound's worth.
Okay, so you fill your small bag full, and then you
I just
begin to
pat Bruce
slowly
on the
just
back.
into your
I
mouth,
know.
trying to eat
While
it
we're
as
both staring at him.
fast as possible with these villagers like only maybe 20, 30 feet away. The grit and soil begins to clag through your teeth, but you swallow it down.
I'll just walk past. I'm
You
not in
thought
the
pie
mood.
addiction was bad.
Yeah. I just say it's part of the gift, brother.
You brush your mouth on your sleeve, get rid of any dirt on your face, and then you roll the grass back over so people can't tell. Then you leave.
Brother's love is a brother's love. I had a brother once. Didn't do that though.
Enough wings.
Yeah.
So you exit the graveyard,
I
and then you
think
make
he
your way
grew
to the
wings and
cave.
started eating hollow ground, and he would be dead by now.
So you make it to the west gate, and you notice that when you first came through the east one, there was only 2 guards on duty. When you get to it now, you see there's a couple more. There's 4 now, 2 of the normal ones that you see, and then 2 of the ones that you saw who were like better armored, better gear, that sort of thing, who look like the higher elite guards. As you come to the gate, one of them stops you and says, "Where you heading, lads?" You got any papers? And as he asks for that, the other one says, "No, from the other day, from last night. I saw it." And they sort of talk to and fro for a bit between themselves, and then the one who initially spoke to you said, "Right, open the gate." And the gates, which when you came, they were open. I think they were closed, but not locked. This time they're locked, still in the day, and one of them goes over, unlocks it, opens it up, and you pass through. And then you hear the gate slam shut behind you, and the lock get closed again. It seems that since the incident in the church, the security is on high alert.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Makes sense.
so on the road again.
Hmm.
Let's get to the point. So, we begin to head west from Balaki. The road's a dirt road, but it's well used, it's well trodden. As you leave the town, the forest begins to sprout up on either side, and after possibly about 2 hours walk, you reach a bridge. The bridge crosses a medium-sized river that seems to flow in to the north. As you look south from this bridge, you see the river meanders through a valley where on either side 2 large hills begin to raise up, and directly south you see the peak of what looks to be a large mountain covered in snow at the top. It's quite a beautiful sight, but the fog still is present. The clouds are grey, and areas of what you see in down the river are getting covered in fog and then revealing themselves again. You carry on over the bridge, and then the road comes to an intersection, which branches to the northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. The lower half of a wooden sign is snapped and thrust upward at an angle near the eastern elbow of the intersection. The top half of the sign, featuring the arms pointing in 4 directions, lays in the weeds nearby. Irene,
Let's go take a look. Yeah.
yeah. Irina shouts, "Which way should we go?" So you find the sign which is broken off and laying in the grass. It's got the 4 points on, and one says Kresk, one says Selenka Pass, one says Lake Baratok, and one says Valaki Ravenloft. Oh, sorry, Kresk and Selenka Pass are on one. You got Lake Baratok, Valaki Ravenloft, and then Berez. Yeah, it's snapped in half. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so when you sort of orientate it that way, you see that Kresk and Selenka Pass is southwest, Lake Baratok is northwest, and Berez is southeast. So after a short period of time, you pull out your map. You can see that the way you should be going is towards Kresk and the Selenka Pass. So that leads this way.
Yeah.
Okay. You follow the trail, and the woodland begins to enclose around you, similar to as it has before. Large trunks of the trees close in on all sides, and the canopy starts to form overhead. You start to lose track of time. You feel like you've been walking for hours. Have you stopped to eat? It's hard to tell. Who's leading the walk?
Okay.
Yeah, I can go up front.
Can you make a survival check?
Survival.
Survive?
That is a 23.
23, cool. So you make good footway. Although there aren't that many landmarks to pick up, the path's fairly straight, and it's clear where the path is, so you don't. You do notice, Callan, you'd notice this from your survival check, that every now and again, you almost catch the scent of something on the wind coming from the north.
Mm.
It's the scent of an animal.
Do I know what animal?
Make a nature check.
Mm.
Honey badger.
18.
18?
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells like wolf.
Where's that wolf?
Oh shit!
Got it.
You tell us
I
this, or are you
yeah, I
keeping
turn
it
around and I tell him, and I can say, guys, I can smell a wolf.
close?
But
Both.
from like the frequency of you smelling it, because you rolled so high on the survival check, you almost, like, the first time you picked it up slightly, then you moved maybe another 20-30 minutes and you picked it up again, and from this like way that you've smelled it, you can tell that it's tracking along with you.
All right. I'll do it like I'm trying to like impress them, because this is probably
Yeah.
the only time that I'm probably going to get to use my ranger skills. So I get down and I put the grass in my mouth, do that. I'm like, we're being hunted. There, through them trees.
Clever. Make a investigation check. Or perception, actually. Yeah. I mean investigation. 16. You don't see anything.
But I do
So-
that real long
What
stare.
do we do?
Like if I'm being asked questions, I'm just staring into the bush.
You're like Billy from Predator.
Alan, what do we do? Do we keep moving?
Okay.
Run! And I just run.
So, Irina draws in close with your.
Use your dash. Do a full 80-foot run. They can't catch us.
You stay together, and you carry on for another 2 to 3 hours, but nothing seems to come of it. It's after this time. It's probably been a good part of the morning. You're in early afternoon, and the road branches off to the left. The left road begins to climb upwards, whereas the road straight ahead just stays on the level ground. You don't know.
I think it's here. Yeah, so you can see
Is
that.
this, are we in a forest by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the woodlands pretty much all surrounding you on
Right.
either side.
It says in my thing that because we're in a forest,
Mm-hmm.
if I was tracking creatures, if I've seen any kind of footprints of wolves,
Yeah,
have I seen any footprints of wolves?
you smelt them
I've smelled them,
because
but I've
you
not
can
seen any
smell them in the woods
tracks.
to the north, but you haven't seen tracks.
Okay. All right.
Where what? You could head into
Nah, I'll
the woods
save
if you
that
want.
bit. I'll save that bit until we find a footprint,
Okay.
and then be like, boom.
Yes, let's press on. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
You take a short break for rations. Take your flasks and drink the water that was given to you by the inn, and then you push forward. The scenery begins to repeat, tree after tree, forest after forest. The feeling of being enclosed is almost oppressing because you can't see anything through the trees. They're so tightly packed together, it's almost like there's a wooden wall on either side. But you press on. The air's not too cold. And as you come to the end of the day, the road splits off in two directions. you can see a muddy trail to the north, and then a bit further up, a solid road to the south. At this small break in the trees, you see the light is fading above, and you maybe only have 2 hours of daylight left.
Shit.
Are we sorry on the
We're
map
walking
by
for
now?
15 hours.
So there's a muddy trail to the north and a solid path to the south, a bit further on.
Imagine you at the back. My feet hurt. We could make camp by the river. So where we are.
Well, the river's a bit further down from where we are.
Oh.
Can we hear the river?
Make a nature check.
Nature.
Survival actually.
Survival. Oh, thank God, because nature was terrible for me. Oh dear, it was natural 1. So it's a 4 in total.
4.
The death.
You can't hear anything over the desire to eat pie.
Oh yeah, I can
You can almost hear eating pie.
Is it worth me using my new gift and flying up to see if there's a good campsite anywhere?
Why don't you send Bone Claw? Or
Yeah,
you,
that.
You
either
can
way.
fly, or Boneclaw can fly.
I'm going to send myself up because I want to stretch my wings, so
Yeah,
to
I
speak.
think Blake just wants to freak us out even more. Not only has he eaten
Okay.
dirt today, now he's going to start playing.
So you take off the canvas backpack that you've been wearing over your wings, and you stretch them out behind you, and then
Do like a
crouch
Neo.
yeah, crouch slightly, and then you break through the canopy, and you see that you're around here. So you can see the river and the tower to the north. You see the snow-capped mountain to the south, and although the fog is quite thick around you, you can see the tree line of where you've just come, and you can see the path sort of cutting through the trees. Ahead is the bridge over here, but you can't see far enough to the winery.
Well, we know we need to head past the bridge.
Did you want to make a perception check on the tower
Yeah.
to see what it looks like?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to roll now.
Okay.
Yeah. 22 I got.
Okay. So is that looking at the tower, or is that looking for somewhere to camp?
Somewhere to camp, I think, actually. We haven't got much daylight left, have we?
No.
No, there's about, you can see the sun, well, what would be the sun through the covered sky. You don't really see anywhere good, like there's no openings or anything like that. You can just see the forest and the trail that leads onwards.
Oh.
You feel that your best bet's probably just to camp on the side of the road or move into the woods a slight bit.
Fine.
You do see, let me just see. So if you look in your journal, there should be a picture called Tower on the Lake. Because you rolled so high, the mist sort of clears around the lake. It hangs around the outskirts, but you see this tower. There's no light in it, but you see an aged tower with scaffolding on one side, almost fall into bits, and a small wagon next to it.
Are the lights on?
No, there's no lights in the tower.
Maybe we
Okay.
can stop the night there.
Maybe.
Will we make it there?
You can try.
Not far.
I don't think we're making.
I'll be late.
I don't think we're making it to winery in daylight.
Let's head towards the tower.
The tower.
If we lose daylight, we can stop by the side
If
of
there's
the
no
road.
one in the tower, there's got to be definitely someone in the wagon.
It's hard to tell because from your experience with this map and the land, the map's not really to scale. So it is hard to tell. You think it may take, you'd probably arrive at dark if you tried to set off there.
I say we go for it.
Yeah, I do too. But whoever does all this artwork
You
for these
run.
images,
I pay them on Patreon, so they're really good.
Wow.
amazing. That was stunning.
Okay. So you come off the path and you travel up northwards on the less trodden dirt road. The night begins to set in, and the small light that was coming through the woods begins to fade. You light torches as the darkness encroaches. But around 2 hours or so, you do arrive. The lake is completely black, as is the tower, and the mist begins to swirl around it. What do you wish to do?
Try.
There's no lights, no.
Did we go knock? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll send Boneclaw.
Okay. So where's Boneclaw going exactly?
I'm going to send him just do a circle of the tower. Just give me a good look from the top.
Okay, make a perception check with Boneclaw.
How do I do it with Boneclaw?
So if you double click on your Boneclaw token in your thing, it'll come up with his character sheet, and his perception is +4 on your d20.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's a real life character.
He's a character.
D20, right. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21, cool.
Bird.
Done well tonight, boys.
So, the mountain lake is surrounded by thick rocky bluffs, and now the night's set and there's a thick there is a thick fog creeping across the water. You see a trail that leads up to a grass-covered causeway that stretches 100 yards or so across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower's old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolding hanging to one side, where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues with their wings folded flank moss-covered walls and perch on the buttresses. And then do you see the wagon again, parked near the base? It's a barrel-top wagon, very similar to the ones you saw when you're in the Vistani camp. You see no sign of life.
Safe as anywhere in this place.
I see any tracks on the ground, like leading towards or away from this place.
I don't think you'd be able to see with Bonehawk or on the ground that you're on now on your trail, because I'd say you're roughly like here on this side of the land. You can make a survival
There's
check.
a wolf or a man who's crazy.
Make a survival
Survival
check.
check. Are we still in the forest?
You're sort of on the outskirts of the lake, so that's just the music. I mean, you'd probably hear that in Barovia.
24.
24, yeah. So you see cart tracks, and hoof tracks heading across the causeway.
Yeah.
What did that
Agreed.
other say about the wizard? Did she say friendly?
Great ally, I think.
Okay.
This person's also apparently already battled Strahd.
So you walk across the causeway. The ground is slightly marshy underfoot. You've got thick tufts of grass on either side. And you approach the tower, and you you would arrive. Let me get you on it. Okay, so where's your characters gone? So we've got Bruce it. Come on.
Bruce 8.
Solidus. As you walk across, a Boneclaw comes back and perches next to you. Irina. Irina looks up at the tower and says, "This place looks like a wreck."
Ooh.
I've heard tales of wizards as a child, but they're all stories.
Shout hello.
Solidus. What are you doing, Solidus?
I'm just gonna go knock on the door while everyone's talking.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna
As you
shout
knock,
hello.
as you knock on the door, Solidus, I need you to make a. Hang on, you're wearing plate armor, aren't you?
Yeah.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, please.
Oh no.
Okay.
Told you there was wolves.
8.
Thanks, something
Hey.
worse.
Okay, Jesus Christ. I'll roll it on here.
What's happening? What's
So,
happening?
as you knock on the door, so first of all, this is what you see as you go up to it. You see a wooden door. I'll get a picture. Can you see a picture of a door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scripture, right?
So, you see a wooden door with solid cast iron shackles, and in the center is this orange circle which looks like it's carved out of clay. It has strange markings on, and as you go to knock, all of a sudden, the entire castle becomes surrounded in lightning. The electric almost jumps from the top to the ground in one pure sheet that surrounds the tower. It blasts you back from the door and gives you 24 lightning damage to your person.
Knock again. I don't think they heard you.
And as you blast back from it, the lightning just stays. It's almost like crackling around like a force field, about 5 feet around the full tower.
I feel like fucking Tim in Jurassic Park. Um, I don't know if anybody's home.
You're shouting at a static crackle of electricity.
Is the electricity as far out as the wagon, or is the wagon untouched by the electricity?
No, the lightning covers like 5 feet around the tower, so basically like it'll come up to about here.
Can I go and have a little peek through? I'm guessing it's a gypsy wagon.
Yeah.
Looks like a gypsy wagon. It'll have a window on it. Is that a window on the side? In the picture.
It
Are we going off the picture?
it has a small window, like a coffin-shaped window, about halfway up. So the wagon itself, it's got a. Let me see if I can.
I'm not gonna touch it because I just watch what happens when you
Uh,
touch stuff. But I'm gonna like peer in if I can.
Let me just have a look. Yeah, does that sense good and evil? Does it just detect people, or just bear with me? I would just see if you can sense anything in 1 second. If you just look in your diary, there's a handout called Esmeralda's Magic Wagon. So that's what the wagon looks like, Callan.
Okay.
Let me see if you sense anything. No, you don't.
Are the things that are in it in it?
You don't know because you can't. You can see, like, when you look through the small window, you almost have to jump up to look because it's quite high
Yeah.
up. You can see just it's quite cluttered inside, but it's really dark. You can't see much of anything.
I shout, "Hello." Hello?
No response.
Hello.
Aruna shouts across, Callan, are you sure it's safe?
No fucking clue. Step away from that, but doesn't look like there's anybody in there, but it's too dark to tell.
Yeah, I'll have a
Checking
Scooby.
for traps.
Do a perception.
Yeah. Let me just check.
Oh, rolling pretty good. 20.
Yeah, investigation. Do it as
Oh.
an investigation.
22.
22.
Yeah.
Okay. So you look around the wagon, and you sort of work your way around each side, just observing, taking your time. You know, you've just seen what's happened to Solidus, so you don't really want to go dicking about. You go to hold the door handle, and then you stop yourself. Your knowledge of basically, you think if I was going to trap this, I'd trap the door handle, so you don't do the door handle. You look at the window on the side, you can't see in because you're too short, and then you just, for some unknown reason, you bend down and you look underneath the wagon, and when you do, you see a small trapdoor on the bottom.
Okay.
You think to yourself, if this was a way to get in, then that's how I'd get in.
Yeah. Might have found it, lads.
And just before you go in there, we're going to take a quick break. So if you need to top up a drink, have a wee. Go now.
Wait.
Of course you went to the tower.
Exactly where you wanted us to go.
How fast can I speed read it? No, I've read it. I know what's coming up.
Read one of my spells. It's a weird one for a ranger, but I don't know why I've got it.
What is it?
So I think it's probably because it sounded too awesome to the rope trick.
What does it
It's
do?
it says you can touch a length of rope that's up to 60 feet long. One end of the rope then rises into the air until the whole rope hangs perpendicular to the ground. At
That's
the upper
cool.
end of the rope, an invisible entrance opens to an extra dimensional space that lasts until the spell ends. The extra dimensional space can be reached by climbing up to the top of the rope. The space can hold as many as 8 medium or smaller characters. The rope can be pulled up into the space, making the rope disappear from the view outside the space.
Oh my god! So you basically got
Yeah.
like a hideout in the sky.
Got a TARDIS.
That is awesome.
Attacks and spells can't cross through the entrance into or out of the extra dimensional space, but those inside can see out as if it was a 3-foot by 5-foot window centered on the rope. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Nice. Yeah, that's
Just
really
come
cool.
on, everyone. Let's get up
around.
inside there. Yeah. Use it for a getaway. Next time Strahd comes, everyone stop the rope. Let's go.
Ugh. I'm not happy about what's happened.
Shouldn't have knocked on the door.
It was a polite thing to do.
You should know better than to just go knocking on a tower in the middle of nowhere.
I know nothing.
To be fair, it fits into your character so well.
You should You should just kick the door into this wagon. See what happens.
I will.
Just while Blight's underneath it.
Yeah.
Fatality.
Just go. I found a secret way in as well. Bam!
All thanks to me.
Cool. Okay. So, Blight, you do spend quite a while, like investigating this wagon, and so while you see Blight duck underneath, the rest of you are sort of sat round. Irina has come up to you, Solidus, and I think she would probably cast some sort of healing spell on you.
That's nice of her.
But Kurt will have to have a look at that. It would be her nature to heal people like fairly regularly if she can.
Oh, that's good of her.
But as she's running her hands over you and stuff like that, the tower suddenly crackles and the electricity vanishes.
No.
It's been around 10 minutes.
I say
Kellen, you'd probably know it's been around 10 minutes because
I
you'd
did
probably
it,
be
boys.
counting
That's it.
time like, why are they taking so long to do stuff?
Yes.
Just roll a d4 plus just can you do it on now? 5. Nice.
I feel better already.
Thanks, Irina. So, Blight, you're under the wagon and you found a trapdoor.
Yep. I'm gonna try and open it if I can.
Okay. So, the trapdoor swings down. And as it opens up, the moonlight, which is now bouncing around the lake, fills the inside. What you see is a clutter of belongings and bedding and small trinkets, pots, pan, cookware. But they're not the thing that catches your attention. The thing that catches your attention is a series of vials hanging from the ceiling. They're all dangling on like little loops of wire, which are all attached to the door handle. There's about 30 to 40 of them hung all around the thing, and they're all on a very thin piece of wire. You realize instantly that if you were to pull that door handle, all these vials would drop.
Noise trap.
The vials have a liquid in.
Oh, okay. It's worse.
Could just be water.
Oh, there's 100. Sorry, not 30.
100. Jesus.
Mm.
Okay.
It's just like that scene in Die Hard with a Vengeance where he opens the vending machine and there's a big fucking bomb in it. Start sweating.
Kinda.
Get the kids and the women out of here.
Yeah, so you circle around. You see the scaffolding on the left-hand side where you are now. That does seem to lead up to what is a hole in the wall about 3 stories up. Yeah, as you begin to climb the scaffolding, the ladder that you're holding immediately cracks under your weight. And luckily, as you climb up, you don't manage to climb more than 2 steps without breaking the ladder with your weight. Yeah. Blight's currently inside the wagon. So Blight, you're looking around, all these vials are attached by a very thin piece of thread to the door handle. What do you wish to do?
I'm definitely not going to touch those. Is there anything else of interest there?
There's lots of stuff in the wagon. In the wagon, you can see trunks. You see a wardrobe. You see a golden lyre is one of the things that you can see. There's lots of things, but it's hard to see with all these. Like, the sense of this trap is overwhelming.
Yeah, can I?
You can make a dexterity check if you wish to disarm it.
All right, I'll give it a go. 14.
Okay, so you duck you duck underneath all the vials and you get to the door and you see the thread and you see a small hook next to the door where you could potentially tie it round. You manage to loosen it, keeping tension at all time. You feel it slip a little bit and all the vials just drop a couple of centimeters and then you grip it. You manage to tie it onto this small nook in the thingy and the trap is disarmed.
God.
You open the door and look
How
out
close
at your
was
fellow
that, by the way?
comrades.
Piece of
Stay
cake.
Welcome to the Rock.
It is like the
Listen,
rock.
boys.
Yeah, it's just slid in.
Yeah, you've got the picture of the door Um,
Yeah, there's a
there's a knocker in the middle. What
Knocker
solid
in
is
it.
used to knock? There's just a knocker in the middle.
I throw a stick at the door.
The stick just bounces off.
Okay. Slowly approaching the door again.
me. Yeah.
What does a mage hand do?
It's just like a fake magical hand that can.
It can do anything a real hand can do.
Oh, that's rad.
I call it the stranger.
Call ourselves the Mage Hand Gang.
So as you cast Mage Hand and it slowly drifts towards the tower, as soon as it gets within 5 feet of the door, it vanishes.
Yeah.
What? Oh, magic would be great. Yeah, never mind.
Give me an investigation check in the wagon. 15? Okay. It's fairly easy to find stuff because it's not a big space. So you do find quite a lot of stuff. So you might want to write this down, or I can repeat it as we go. So there's a wooden trunk in one corner with claw marks. And as you open the lid of that holds a battle axe, a flail, a morning star, a light crossbow, and then you see 10 crossbow bolts, but as you pick them up, they glint in the moonlight. You see that the tips are silvered.
How many of those were there?
Good.
Of the
So there
bolt?
is. So you've got the battle axe, a flail, a morning star, light crossbow, and 10 silvered crossbow bolts.
Sweet.
So after that, you move on to the wardrobe. Come.
I've got a heavy crossbow.
Hey.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So you move from the trunk onto the small wardrobe. That contains 3 sets of fine female clothes and 2 sets of travelers' clothes, several pairs of shoes, a harlequin mask, and 3 wigs of bright colours. Hidden around on the side, you find a climber's kit, a disguise kit, a healer's kit, and a poisoner's kit. The I don't know. I
Draw
don't
it.
think so.
Oh yeah, Poisoner's Kit, Healer's Kit, yeah.
Yeah. I can almost type this up after if you need, but you saw the lyre before with golden strings. There's a sculpted wooden cage holding a chicken and a silver ewer and 5 chicken eggs in it. And there's a tiny wooden box that you find hidden under a silk rug on a table. And as you open the box, that has a full deck of Taroka cards in. The cards that Madame Eva used to read your fortune.
Is the chicken alive?
Yeah.
Cool.
Make a perception check. 11. Things have been neatly put away. It doesn't look like it's been abandoned, and the paint's in good wear, but you can't really tell how long ago someone was there. gonna cuff my way up.
Yeah, let me try this. This would be crazy, guys.
hmm hmm It's in the third story.
Can I not just fly into it?
It's quite high.
I'm working my ass off tonight. Guy that died yesterday.
I thought I had a picture of the side of it, but I don't. Do I have it in here? The third floor is 60 feet up. hmm
It's all muggins then, isn't it? I know. Way ahead of you. Yeah, I'm gonna try fly up there then.
Okay, Blight. So Blight, good luck.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yes, brother.
So, hang on.
Never mind.
You fly up, Blight, and you perch on the edge, hovering just above the floor for a minute. What you see is that time and elements have all but destroyed this chamber, leaving a gash in the northwest wall, which you've flown through, and slimy black mildew on the walls. The wooden floor is completely rotten and has begun to fall away in places. In the middle of the room, what you do see is there's what you can see in the little room that you're in now. Although most of the floor is like cracked and it's got holes in, the hole in the center looks like it should be there, and there's 4 chains coming up on either corner.
Okay.
Do you land?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay. How much do you weigh?
What would that be? Features and traits. Oh no, description.
Yeah.
Weight. Oh, nothing. It says.
I weigh nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Well-
I'm 82 years old. I didn't know that.
I don't think you're going to weigh more than weigh less than 50 pounds. So as you sort of fold your wings to put your feet on the floor gives way underneath. Luckily for you, you've got wings and you catch yourself, but the shards of wood drop to the floor below, and through the hole you can see this. So this floor is filled with dust and cobwebs, and again, like the one above, is a similar empty room. And this floor is also rotten. Parts of the floor that you've knocked from above have fallen into this one,
Okay.
but the 5-foot hole is still in the center.
Okay. I could go. I hear that.
Also from the outside, you do hear like a cracking as he steps on this thing.
Can I hear him shout that?
Yeah.
Not much. Hang on. I'm gonna go down, I guess.
Through the center.
Yeah.
Okay. You fly down through the center, and what you see.
Strahd.
Hi.
Hey.
So yeah, sure. Yeah, so you have a look through the climber's kit and you find can't remember what they call them now. They're basically bits of metal that you stick in between rock and tie rope to, and you start slinging the rope around your shoulder. No, there's a name for him in here. Anyway, beside the point. So you prep that. Blight, what you see in the first floor, the flagstone floor is strewn with debris. A few old crates stand at the east wall. The torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower's vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to taut iron chains that stretch up for a similarly sized hole, which is the one you flew through. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues.
Yeah.
And you see the door that, you see the curtain, which you'd presume would be the door through
I'm
there.
gonna. Oh shit. Really don't look at this room. I'm gonna slowly, maybe stealthily, walk to the door.
It's like so
Stone.
basically, yeah, there's a stone floor and there's a hole in the stone floor where it looks like something would sit in, and then there's 4 chains on either side.
I'm gonna. So I do not trust these statues. I'm gonna stealthily walk towards the door.
Okay, make a stealth roll. So you fly into the center of the room, look around and see 4 statues, and then like stealth mode.
Oh yeah, I'm rolling so well. 28.
28. It's like you're not even there. Um. Okay, so you move up to the door.
Yeah.
And you see the opposite side. The thing that's missing on this side of the door is the sort of amber clay circle. As you try and open it, you hear a crackling sound from you guys on the outside. The lightning engulfs the tower again.
Damn.
Luckily, it like for Solidus and you, Bruce, it's scorching the ground at your feet, but it doesn't hit you.
Okay.
No.
Um.
Well, there's a wall of lightning in your way at the moment. But
I
sure,
guess I'm
you throw the metal hook into the lightning.
cheating my.
So, Blight, there is 4 floors to this tower.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna. Okay. This is the bottom floor, right? So
Yeah,
I'll
you're at ground
go
level.
up. I'll go up.
Okay.
Caw.
So you hang out. You fly up through the holes of the floors you're at before.
Mhm.
And as you try to go up through the 3rd floor, you see there's a piece of wood above your head, which is blocking your way through. But this piece of wood is attached to the chains on all 4 sides.
Okay. Uh, can the chains move at all? I'm like,
What do you want to do? Try and pull them, or
yeah. See if they move.
you try and pull the chain, but they're sort of taut between the statues at the bottom, which have the chains in their hands, up to the wood and through the wood.
Okay. Oh, I got to destroy the statues, haven't I? I don't want to. They're definitely statue monsters.
10 minutes, yeah. So it says about 5 minutes left.
I don't think I want to do this without backup, quite honestly. I don't know what. There's no way of getting you. Oh, can you come in here, Blight, if you climb?
Like, if,
Bruce, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What's your? Let me have a look. So it's your strength score times 15 is the weight in pounds that can be carried. So what's your strength score, Blight?
+0.
No, your actual the number.
Where would I see that?
It's under your +0.
Yeah, underneath. So it should be around 10 or 12.
Sorry, where is it?
It'd be 10
Yeah, no,
if he's got.
no, it's not that. We're looking in different places then. There's dexterity. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's 8. It's 8.
Cool. So 8 times.
It's -1 actually. My strength. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
You can lift 120 pounds.
Not enough to lift. I weigh
You weigh more
loads.
than 120 pounds. You're like a cleric, aren't you? Beastie armor. Paladin, sorry. A normal person.
Well, 8
Let
or
me
9 stone. So unless you're a midget.
Yeah, you could probably lift a halfling or a dwarf.
Toss a dwarf.
Yeah, as you begin to think about the things you can do, Callan, make a investigation check on the door, or a perception check on the door.
20.
20. Okay. So if you all look at your door handout, Callan sees that the symbols on the door do seem to represent something.
Oh. You represent something.
Present.
Oh, wait a minute.
The little people.
So if I do it in the order of like how they're doing it.
Yeah,
Hey, hey, hey.
YMCA.
What happens?
Dance, man.
Okay, so you have to do the dance.
Do it, thanks, Callan.
Okay. So it's like hey, hey, and then straight out, and then both down, and then up, and then that way, and then that way,
And down.
and that way. Yep.
Okay.
That was fun.
So as you complete the last step, the lightning vanishes.
And I look at Arena and I just give her a wink. Step into the groove.
You want to try the door?
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to try the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's safe. So this
Thanks.
my
Solidus,
power of dance has destroyed it.
you go up a little hesitant at first and knock on the
That's
door,
me.
and the door slowly swings open.
Excellent.
And so you guys now see.
Pick up a few things on the streets.
Oh, that's just the forest, baby.
Sounds of the forest. Oh dear.
Forest baby. I
Um,
don't like the sound of that forest baby.
so you see the flagstone floor, these 4 clay statues holding chains that go up through the ceiling to a 5-foot small hole in the ceiling. You see, as you look up through the hole, you see if Blight was wearing a skirt, you'd be able to see his nether region, but you see underneath of him hovering up above you.
Thanks.
Blight, you notice that there's the face of Solidus looking up through the hole below.
I just give a wink.
Hey, rock guy.
Just a tasty wink.
I'm
And maybe a lip smack.
gonna come down.
Okay. Let me get you. At the top, yeah. And they go through the clay statue's hands.
I mean, I think we know what we have to at least try and do. Mm. I think we need to hit them.
Hit them.
Hit them with our rhythm sticks.
It goes. Their hands are gripping the chain. So it's like the clay is around them. Okay. So as you concentrate, you feel the energy building up inside you, but as it comes out your hand, it just dispels into the air. Nothing happens.
Say what?
I said it dispels into the air.
Thanks.
Dude. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Gonna have a fight on our hands.
do it.
Okay. So as you swing towards, which one are you hitting? Okay. As you swing towards it, it instantly begins to move, which they weren't doing before. And I need you all to roll for initiative.
Brucey.
Irina.
It's a 10 for me.
10.
21 for me.
21 for Blight. Solidus. What did you get, Solidus?
10.
It's too late,
10.
Kurt.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No, apart from the wood that's on the chain. He couldn't get up to the top floor now because it's in that hole. Broken wood, yeah. Can you roll for Irina, please, Kat? And Callan, what did you get?
We got 21.
21. Who wants to go first? Out of you and Blight? Who has the highest?
The
I-
dex.
Both got 21.
The dex
Yeah.
18.
Be my guest, Callan.
What's your dex, Blight?
Oh. Rubbish. 8.
Is it your dexterity? It must
Yeah,
be
it's
high.
rolled 8.
No, what's your number on your sheet so we can see who comes
Oh,
first?
sorry. 16.
What was yours, Callan?
18.
18. So Callan will be first, then Blight, then Irina. And that's a 6.
I don't know what I'm doing.
5.
What am I doing? Who am I playing?
Okay.
We're
Right.
just all so incensed by Bruce's manic attacks that we're
So,
all
yeah.
just like getting weapons out. What are we killing?
So Callan, you're outside and you just see Bruce through the small doorway and the small curtain that's now pushed aside. You just see him swing his sword and this clay
Ah.
figure like block it with its arm.
Oh,
It's your turn.
Well, who am I to stand in the way of justice?
Pretty standard now, isn't it?
Yeah. Just seeing a clay hand block Bruce. Bruce
I
ain't
don't
fell
think
like
it
that.
phases us anymore.
I'm gonna stay out here. I'm gonna protect Irina.
Okay.
I don't think I can get a shot off because there's a lot of people in the way. But I'll hold my go to. If someone comes out the door, I'll shoot it. I'll get my bow ready. So if someone comes walking out that
Okay.
not those three, shoot.
Okay. Cool. Blight, your go.
I'm just going to attack the one that Bruce attacked.
Okay.
My rapier with booming blade.
Okay, roll for attack. Yeah, because he's next to you.
Okay. It doesn't matter. I just rolled a 7.
Misses. In the clusterfuck that is now this room, you swing wildly and miss.
First bad roll of the night when it actually matters.
So you're in control of Irina, Cat. She's next. Mm-hmm. As she casts a spell, the spell goes forward, and as soon as it hits 5 feet within a tower, it dissipates. She's shocked that the magic hasn't worked. Okay. Does she want to do anything else? She's a real character. Okay. Bruce. He's moving towards you, yeah. The other three are still. It's the one you've hit that is now animated. Not really. It was sort of, yeah. Okay. $22 hits. Roll for damage. 7. Okay. So you swing your sword and it cuts down. It begins to go through this thing's arm, but it's literally it's like a clay statue. So when you cut through, it's like you're cutting through clay. It's thick and claggy, and you just feel that your slashing does barely any damage to it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's done some, but very minimal. Yeah. Multipass.
We need Seymour Portobello, chain inspector.
Go to check out your chair.
12 misses. So struggle to get your sword out the first time. It gets stuck in the clay, and you can't go for a second attack. And misses. Okay, Solidus. Okay. Pretty jammed in there, buddy. Where do you want to go? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll make an attack of opportunity.
God, I'm surrounded by these things. Oh yeah.
18. Okay, so it's almost slow in its movement. It sort of like swings towards you with its clay fist. Yeah, it's let go of the chain fully now.
What does the chain do? Does it just hang there?
Yeah, it loses some of its tension. It's slightly looser. But the chain runs in like a pulley from the floor up to the wood, and sorry, it's solidness.
Yeah, I'll have a go at it.
Okay.
Gonna give it attack with a halberd. I get 2 attacks because I'm cool. First one is 14.
14 hits. Only just roll for damage.
9.
Okay. So again, the same thing that happens that happened to Bruce. Your halberd goes through, but it doesn't seem to be cutting as well as it should be. It's not like flesh.
Well, I'm gonna use my second attack.
Okay.
Fire.
Water.
Fire would bake it.
And a big urn.
Art students. Okay, so 12. There's a 12. Does a 12 hit, Paul?
No, sorry. So again,
It's fine.
similar to Bruce's, your halberd just doesn't come out in time. It gets stuck in the clay.
Okay. I wish I could think my way out of this, but I really can't. So I'm just gonna spit on it and then my turn.
Okay. You spit on it and end your turn now. It turns towards you and rolls for attack with its left clay fist. 17.
My armor class is 17.
Oh, meets it, beats it, dude.
I thought you were gonna say that. Yeah.
Um,
Please do like two damage. Not yet.
so it swings one of its fists down and manages to catch you in the side of the chest to do 14 damage, and then it raises its other fist and swings again.
He said
14, yeah. Which is 20, so that'll hit. So so it then swings with its other arm, and it comes around. This one catches you in the jaw for 18 damage.
I see. So I've got Stone Endurance. So as a reaction, reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 2.
Cool.
So
What can you take off?
let's have a. What if I roll in? Rolling d12. Crap. So 5, 7. So take
7 off
that.
the 18, so
Yeah.
just 11 damage.
Is that added to the 14 as well from the previous strike?
No, it was 14 and then 18.
Oh, okay, I get you. So it's now 11 damage. Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay. Batard.
Okay, that ends its turn. Top of the round is Callan.
Help me, Callan.
They don't seem that set on coming out.
It's got people to hit at the moment.
Yeah, true. Who are, by the sounds of it, quite happy to suck up damage. I'll just hold again and wait
Okay.
and see if they come out. If they come out, then I'll shoot. But
Blight.
I'm trying to protect this woman.
I'm gonna fly out there.
Okay, as you fly up, it does take a opportunity attack because yeah, you can
I'm gonna-
disengage as your bonus.
I'll do that.
Okay, so you disengage and then you fly up out of the thing. You land. So you can either fly directly up to there, or you can fly 20, 40. You can get up to the 3rd floor if you want.
Which is the one with the crack in the wall that I came out of.
Yeah, that's the 3rd floor. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. Small like arrow slits. Is that you, Blight?
Yeah, so yeah.
Irina again. Cat. To be fair, she probably wouldn't do much. Is that past 5 feet of the tower? Yes. If they come out past 5 feet of the tower, she'll cast Scorching Ray. Yeah. You're damn right it is. I forgot as well, Blake, you've got Bone Claw to roll for.
Bone Claw.
He's currently just circling the tower. Do you want him to engage or you're not fussed? He could just circle.
Yeah. No, it's not much.
He might be able to. Probably best to do it out of combat though, because it'll make Blight blind. Okay, that's Irina. Bruce, you're going. Battle. The other 3 haven't moved. It's only the one that you hit that's moving, and it's currently engaged with Solidus. Mm-hmm.
I respond with as it just like fills me with haymakers.
She's getting pummeled. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you need to make a. What did you do? Yeah, range attack. Does it tell you what's a plus? Probably be like your dex. Yeah. Oh, it's 15. 15 hits. Roll for damage. Okay. So the fire does seem to hurt more than thingy weapons, but it's still only thingy. So do you want to roll? Oh, so it's at the start of its turn, or do you get one on impact as well? Yeah. Roll a d4. A 2. Cool. So this little jar that you throw in just bursts on it, and it begins to burst into flame in front of you. Solidus. Okay. Solidus, it's your turn.
I'm gonna back the fuck out. Bye, nerd.
Okay. Are you disengaging as your action?
Yes.
Good. Good.
Yeah, I heard him say it.
Yeah, that's true. So it wouldn't have a reaction anyway. So you could keep your action if you wanted.
No, sorry. I'll.
Yeah, you get one reaction per round. So, okay. So, as you move out, it goes to follow you, and it stands in the door and just it stays here, like on the inside, but almost goes like into a guard position, puts its two arms over its chest, and stands in the doorway and becomes innate again. No, it's now stood like this at the door.
Saying we get all
Mission
of
accomplished, Bruce.
the. Yes.
You really wanted him to. Yeah, you really wanted him to let go of that chain. What are
No,
the
you're out of
chains?
combat.
What were the chains attached to again?
The chains go
Okay.
up and are attached to a wooden square, which is basically in the stopping Blight from getting to the top floor.
Or the chains?
Hmm.
If the chains are attached to the thing, then let me. The chains come down.
The chains
the
go
thing-
through
when-
the wood, so the wood's like on the chains.
That makes it sound
Yeah.
like the wood is like an elevator.
Yeah. So,
So-
like if you,
We need the clay
I
people.
don't
to
know,
maybe
there's a
act-
button in there or something.
Do you think the
There's a
clay
button.
people act as like a pulley mechanism? So you get on the elevator and they pull you up.
I don't. I would assume so.
Well,
If they're holding it
they're real.
and they come alive, I'd
pictures
imagine they like pull it up or down. I guess like that's maybe the only way up. Yeah, but
It's
there
at the
must be a way
top.
to bring it down. Like you must be able to call it down, like a button or something in the bottom there.
Did anybody search the room for buttons? Mittens.
We can't get back in there now because he's fucking gone guard mode on in the doorway.
Yeah, but you can land in the room and have a look.
Are there any windows on the top floor?
Little arrow slits, apparently. So bone cock. All
Yeah.
As you're
all
outside
right.
and talking, the golem now, having come out of combat, returns to its position and holds the chain again.
cool. I'm glad I got
Righty.
punched to shit.
Can I?
And the door swings shut.
Oh,
Ah. Do the dance.
all right. All right. Step back. I got this. I'm gonna go and I'll do the dance again.
Okay. Are you doing it for real or are you rolling the performance check?
I'll
it's
do it for real.
It's important.
I'm not gonna roll the check. Where's the door? There it is. Yeah. Okay, so both up, one down, both out to the side, and then so both down, both up, down, to the side, and then both down.
Okay. As you finish the dance, the door swings open again on its hinges.
Still got it. And then I continue the dance in through the door,
Okay.
but ready to attack if I get attacked. Yes.
Nothing attacks as you enter. Make a investigation check. You can do it with advantage if someone wants to help.
Yeah, I'll help.
Should help.
Cast my eyes upon it. The
Cool.
whole room is buttons.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
There's no buttons. Like even You move some of the debris and you walk around the golems and they don't move.
What happens if we stand in the area where, like, the thing, if it was to come down, would come down onto? Does it then come down?
Do you say it out loud?
Say what?
I
Are
asked
you
one of
saying
the
that to the
golems.
group, or
Yeah,
I
I
asked one
guess.
of the golems, "Can you bring
as you
the
say the
lift
word
down,
down?
please?"
Oh, so what? What did you do, Solidus?
I say to the golem, "Could you bring that piece of wood down, please?"
As you say the word down, both of you sort of say it at separate times. The golems begin to pull the chain, and the wooden platform lowers one level. You blight, you dodge out the way as this platform on the chain slowly comes down and like almost hits you in the head.
Yes.
You dodge out
we
the way.
just
You're
had
flying.
to
You're
ask
hovering.
nicely. Now,
So
now kill him, Bruce. Now attack him.
the platform's now at the third level, and it's filled that void in the third level.
Can I ask the golem to bring the lift down to the floor?
Yeah. So as you say the word down, it lowers again, and then it lowers again with the words down and floor to the base, and it now fills this small void at the bottom. And there's enough space for one person to
Is
stand
the
on it.
wood shit?
It looks good condition
Huh.
compared to the ceiling and the stuff around it.
You heard it. It looks good. On you get.
Right, I get on it and I say, "Up."
Okay, Solidus, you step onto the elevator, and it's not a smooth ride. The golems are sort of pulling at slightly different times, so it's going up like, but slowly and surely they pull you up through the floors of rotten wood. On the second and third, you see Blight, who's hovering on the side, and
Like,
then
Right.
you carry on going up, and you arrive in a room. So, unlike the levels below, this room shows signs of recent habitation, and although the place reeks of mold and mildew, it has plenty of creature comforts, including a cozy bed, a desk with a matching chair, bright tapestries, and a large iron stove with plenty of wood to feed it. The moonlight enters through the arrow slits, as well as the dirt-caked windows with broken shutters. Other features of the room include a standing suit of armor and a wooden chest. Old wooden rafters bend under the weight of the tower roof, which has somehow remained intact. Mounted to the rafters are pulleys on which the iron chain hangs that supports the elevator platform.
cool. I step off the elevator so someone else can get on it, and I have a little look around, and I'm gonna open this chest.
Okay.
We're gonna shout down, down, down.
So as
Down,
you
down,
shout
down,
down,
down.
so before you open the chest, are you guys all going up to the top room?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly up the hole.
Yeah.
Once
So
it comes down
you
at me.
fly up as the hole as the elevator goes down.
Fine.
No, open it and see what happens.
I think
So
it'll
Do
be
it. You're
fine.
made of rocks.
After a few minutes of this elevator sort of ricketing up and down, these golems pulling the chain and lowering the chain, you all arrive in this small sort of bedroom area of the tower. So who's checking the thingy?
I'll open the chest.
Oh, Solidus. So you checking or you just opening it?
I will just open it.
Okay. You open the chest,
Check.
and the lid opens safely.
Yeah.
A waft of lavender engulfs your senses as you pull it open.
You're allergic to lavender, are you?
It contains the severed head of a human Vistani.
Oh.
Its flesh has a waxy complexion, as if it's been embalmed with some sort of fluid.
Cheers.
I pull it out and
Okay.
I tie it to my waistband.
Okay. No.
Such flair, much wow.
I'm gonna add that to my inventory. Lavender smelling embalmed head.
Okay.
What's this thing next to my guy?
That's a suit of armor.
Okay.
Okay. Like a body. Like a body.
There's no body. So you've got the bed, you've got the tapestries, you've got the suit of armor in one corner, you've got the chest next to it, and that's it really.
What
The
worries me
little
is it smells of
stove
lavender.
of wood.
What's wrong with that?
Make a investigation check. 12. Okay. As you work your way around the room, move in some of the tapestries, some just show the arrow slits behind. And then you get to one and you see that the bricks behind it, the mortar on them isn't quite right. You pull up one of the bricks and you find a small, probably around 40 centimeter by 20 centimeter hole in the wall. As you reach inside, you pull out a leather-bound book.
The Necronomicon.
And yes,
No!
It's a trap.
yes, it does. 1 second.
I must not read from the book.
I said read from the book.
See if I can get an image to describe it.
The head comes alive. Where?
Okay. So, the book is like a brown leather book with metal clasping, running around the binding on the back, and then it's almost locked at the front, but the lock's open, so it could be locked at some point. On the very front of the book is a crest, which is 2 wings and what looks like a throne in it as well. As you open the book, the first page has some like calligraphied writing that reads the Tome of Strahd.
Wait.
Yeah. So if you now look in your journals, you have received the Tome of Strahd. Does someone want to read it out loud? It's pretty long. Got it. And I think that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
That was interesting.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially, this is his handwriting, his written word, his journal, basically.
You know a bit about his weaknesses then.
Sun and sword.
Then one of the cards.
Yeah.
Enchanter.
Hmm. Gotta find that master of the marsh.
Yeah, okay, that's important. That was an awesome ending.
So you have the tome. I'd presume you'd spend the rest of the night in the tower up top. Because at this point, you've probably been going for about 2 to 3 hours, so it's getting on like late in the evening. If you wanted to rest before sunrise, then
Like to see the bed.
The lady's present.
so you guys can take a short rest. Solidus, you fall into your long rest. Yeah, Solidus, you fall into your normal deep sleep for 8 hours, so it will be a late start in the morning when you next play.
I'm
All
right
right.
with Chief.
Cool. You found your first fortune thing
Hmm.
on the
remember
way
the-
to the winery.
I remember there's supposed to be a wizard here. Or absentee one wizard.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think where I knew that from.
Well, we
Where
know
does
that
it
magic
say Van
doesn't
Richten's
work in
Tower?
here.
Where does it say Van Richten's Tower? Is that on the
On
handout? Yeah. Yeah, up at the top, innit? Yeah. Yeah, well, that's something for you to delve into. But you have heard it called the Wizard's Tower as well. So,
Oh,
Maybe
who
that's the
head is
wagon.
this? Ted that now keeps me company at night.
Do we know who's supposed to be here?
Someone's supposed to be here. They've got a live chicken outside.
Is it? Have we checked to see if the fire's still warm?
if you did want to check before you went to bed, the fire's not. It hasn't been lit in a few days.
Right, I can sleep easier now. You just didn't want that lift to start going down again when you're all sleeping.
Just
Oh
like-
my god.
Strahd comes
Who's
in.
been sleeping in my bed?
Yelling down. Down, 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 down.
Oh,
Do
no.
not come up. Oh no.
I'll just hide in this suit of armor.
Hmm. I don't think so. I think you found everything that was in there. On the desk, you do see like remains of, well, around the fire, I'd say you see remains of burnt paper. The desk has some paper which would have been written on at one point, but nothing anymore. Yeah, as soon as you try to cast, the magic just doesn't flow. Okay,
Yes,
so
thank
all right,
Good.
you've sidetracked me to the blooming tower instead of the thingy, but I knew you'd want to go there at some point, so I
you.
didn't think you'd go on an important wine delivery mission. But no, that's cool.
We needed
The
shell.
wine might be up here.
I'm so glad that Blight, you managed to get into that cabin because trust me, you don't want that trap to go off.
Was 14 exactly what he needed or something?
It was a bit lower. It was lower. It was 10,
I've
but
rolled
14 was for me close enough because if that goes wrong, like, yeah, you're fucked. And because Bon, you were like, I was like, oh god, what has he rolled? Has he rolled like a 5 or something?
I've rolled other than one roll extremely well tonight.
Yeah, you did really well on rolls. That was cool. You'll have to have a look on your way out.
Take him with us.
Let us drink it.
They'll come in handy, I reckon. Cool. All right. Well, we said if everyone's still cool for next Sunday, we'll pick up then and
Yeah.
get this next bit smashed out, and then go back to 2 weeks.
Cool. Sounds good.
Awesome. Right. Well,
Right.
congratulations, guys, and see you in a week.
Yeah.
In a bit.
It's
All
both.
right. Bye bye.